Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Alilopolis.
Boy, fucking
Craig.
awful.
Fucking
Hello,
Craig.
He's arrived. The enemy of us all.
The hand of fate tosses the dice, rolls, spins, turns. A campaign starts and ends, leaving memories that become stories. Stories flow out into the infinite sea, painting it with legends. Legends wash up on the shores throughout the infinite sea, fading to myth, until myths are forgotten, and the campaign that gave it birth comes again, and again the hand of fate tosses the dice, rolls, spins, turns. Hitherto, we left the rum rollers on the island of Shandar, the Red Dragon. Mime, Cat, Hamilton, and the Ralsons beached Dune right next to a horde of kobolds and the kobold ship, owned by Shandar, they find. They then frolicked in the sands with some crabs to catch 12 for Shandar. Rarl also made a deal with Gulliver, the captain of the Red Cobalt ship, to deliver Shandar's goats. Gulliver also warned Rarl of the feuding goblins inside the volcano that Shandar called his home, while Adune whipped up some Balkan tentacle sushi for another offering to Shandar. The rum rollers then head north to the island head and into the body of the fully active volcano. On the way, they stop to admire and then devour enormous coconuts. Coconut milk barely dry on their faces, the rum rollers march forward to the obsidian cliffs of the base of the volcano. At the edge of one of those cliffs, an old red kobold fishing greeted them and again warned them of the strife in the tunnels, but said that they look strong enough to handle it, unlike him. Into the dark lava tube caverns they plunged, while Hamilton left the group to gather the goats from Gulliver on the deck of Adune and test the portal onto Adune's deck. Mime and Cat, unable to see in the descending darkness of the tunnels, latch onto Rarl. Then Cat cast Fly on him. Rarl sped through the tunnels, avoiding tempting magical auras noted by his companions and the raging battles between the kobolds and the goblins. Rapidly, the small contingent of rum rollers convinced the guard at the door to Shandar's chambers to be friends in exchange for gold. Greeted exuberantly by the Red Dragon himself upon entering the crater of the volcano, Shandar assumed they are early entries into his talent show. They went along with it and entered themselves as goat stackers. After some quick practicing, Hamilton took the lead to set up the act for Shandar, the Red Dragon. With the Rarlsons balanced on top of one another, Zenora climbed atop of them, and Cat on the very tippy top, while Hamilton and Mame herded the goats and other food they had prepared for Shandar towards their stacked companions, juggling the goats and other food from the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top where Cat sat, who broiled them with her flames, and then Zenora tossed them into the mouth of Shandar and had excitedly turned from his humanoid form into his dragon body. All was going good and smooth until the Balkan sushi made it into the gut of Shandar, who accidentally torched the rum rollers nearly to death with his indigestion. Captain Mime saved the day as they cleaned up from their act. The rum rollers then set an appointment to come to terms for some of his breath in exchange for the Queen's gold to help save Socrates. Before negotiations go well with Shandar, after they'd cleaned themselves up and brought him some indigestion medicine, in exchange for 2 cases of his bottled breath and 20,000 gold, less a handful of it, which he gave to the rum rollers in exchange for the smokable herb that he'd found to be called the roller. That was, I think that's still sitting on the table too. By the way, that 715 gold. I don't remember anybody picking that up and throwing it in their
Oh
inventory.
my god, you're right.
Anyhow, and yeah, while they await the 2 days for the jars to be filled with Shandar's breath and one extra, and they had to give him a nudity of the queen and plan a date with Queen Fiada of Sorcates. And then the contract of Captain Gulliver, the Red Cobalt, that was going to become theirs for any future deals, as well as exclusive rights for his trading for his breath. With those amenable terms, the Rum Rollers celebrations ensued, and during those celebrations, Raul and Zenora sneak out on a recon mission about the goblins, which they promised to rid Shandar of inside of his volcano. Timothy, the Cobalt, exchanged a letter for Raul with Shandar to get all of the to get an all-purpose communication tongues for himself and Zenora. They learned this call sign of the day to be Ladybug in Cobalt. They then proceeded behind enemy lines and captured a Drider female named Vaughn, they find, who seemed to be commanding the Goblin rally point. Bringing her back to the ship, Adune, the Rawlsons, Kat, and Frederick proceed to interrogate her. She eventually tells them she is amenable to joining the Rum Rollers, after the being held down and her fangs. Her fangs are like they're no longer usable, basically, by wax that they'd shoved down her throat as part of the torturing. As they are going to, and not to worry about her god, because they're going to become gods.
That's comforting.
Yep.
I get it now.
Yep. Yeah, they're quite certain they're all gonna become gods, and she laughed at them and then said, "Sure, why not?" Having no other choice, being held to the deck of Adune by Adune, with her wooden hands. The Rum Rollers are also recalled at this point, while she was telling the secrets of the Drider and Dro cult under the volcano that were tasked by Lolth, who made a deal with the PNC, professional necromancy cult,
Those bastards.
to screw up all attempts of Shandar to set up his place of being there inside this volcano after they chased him out of the crevasse that he'd lived in. Then the Rum Rollers recalled that they themselves are a part of the PNC, known as the Wish faction, and are contracted to provide services for the PNC. They quietly realize anyone inducted to their group was also, by proxy, now in the PNC. Raul gives his brothers the contract to read thoroughly. They also learned that the goblins are created by butt-shaped crystals that the Driders use, and are as directed by Lolth, their goddess. Raul suggests a plan of attack by stealing the crystals to stop the goblins' production and to somehow seal the caverns in which they were using to get into the volcano. They also then, after learning all of this from Vaughn the Drider, portal back into the spot where they had snuck behind enemy lines and find the male Drider sitting at Vaughn's desk and immediately abduct him as well and throw him into another spot in Adune for holding. And we're about to go back down under the volcano to enact said plan. Let's see what finds out. Let's find out what happens this time. Yeah. That was a longer one, but we've been on Chandra's Island for a couple months, so.
Yeah.
I like that being here for large parts of it, Zenora, and are still more confused than Rick. Or either that or we've stunned him into silence as...
Oh no, I'm just like, oh, I'm so gonna enjoy this. I'm so glad I brought Kimpachi to this. Oh,
What?
he's gonna
Fuck!
have such a great time.
So, could you describe to me Kimpachi too?
So Kimpachi stands about 6'5", really broad shouldered. He has slate gray hair with kind of like obsidian horns running backwards and through his hair. He's got kind of like an ashen gray skin tone with obsidian black scales, like kind of like where you would see like a farmer's tan on a human. That would be like where his scales kind of run through the sides of his arms. And he dresses in a very traditional shogunate style armor. He wields his faithful Nodachi and his katana, both on each hip. And he is from a very long line of sages, and he is a part of the ferryman's order, where his sole purpose is to keep the natural balance of life and death and make sure that things that are dead stay dead. So that is Hiro Kenpachi.
Nice. Very nice. I'm trying to find a good token based upon that.
Yeah, I have a token. I'm just trying to figure out how do I upload it into.
Oh, if you send it in chat there for me, I can upload it for you.
All right, 1 second.
It doesn't really let you do it yourself on Roll20 side as a player, is all. Oh, I think he clicked on the general chat instead of the text chat.
Well, we'll see when. Oh, there he is.
Here we go.
Where is the? Oh, there, general chat. Okay, there we go. Add file, and there we go. Send.
Okay. See if I can boink. Might have to save as. That's fine. Over into this file. Nice. Okay. Save. And I have to open it up. So to help you with a little bit of the mind portion of it while I'm getting this token over here too, you find yourself currently, Kiro, on a giant table. A table that's you're standing on it currently, and it's you don't really see the edges as well from this vantage in the middle of it, it seems like. But you're standing upon a map that or a piece of paper that you can tell reads Tarith, the path unfolds. There's various kind of mundane items around you, mundane in their origin perhaps, but not in their size because they are all larger than you. There's some candles, a compass, some dice, some cards, some keys, books, papers, and still getting that token here. 1 second. I don't know if you actually see all of that, but that should be where everyone else's vision is at currently.
Table? Yep.
No, I went to the wrong one. Get this one. Here we go.
Yeah, the screen for roll 20 is the black screen for me.
Okay. I think it's until you get control of this token. And I send it over. Controlled by. There we go. Save that. Go back into settings here because I think I need to still turn on your dynamic lighting. Yeah, vision. There we go. Save.
Right. Ah, here we go. Okay, now I'm seeing some stuff. There I am. Alrighty, I see it now.
Great. So that's where you find yourself currently. How is Kuro responding to this situation they've suddenly found themselves in from wherever they were at in the world before this?
What sorcery is this? Are necromancers at play? I'll cut them down. Where am I?
There's no response. Go ahead.
And he just looks around. He's currently gripping his wrapped Nodachi and kind of like finger thumbing at the Suba, wondering if he should draw, be prepared for anything.
And as he's looking around, he does notice at the edge of what would presumably be this plane that he's standing on. He only sees it as a table because of some of the other mundane items that are residing here. But at the edges, including above him, as he's realizing, is a starry expanse of void of what would look like a night sky, but in higher definition all around him.
I think Kimpachi would try to explore, find some form of way out of this scenario. Try to either get back to where he's from or seek aid and find people in this place he's found himself.
It almost seems like a place outside of places. So can you move the token too?
Let's see. Yes.
Okay. So if you would like to move any direction you want to go, of describing how you want to try and get out of here, but you would, if you walked towards the edge, which I'm presuming you would try to do to try and get out, is you'd find that you're basically on this ginormous table floating through what looks like the night sky, like I'd said. So you'd stand there and look over the edge of the table and look down at four legs that are all much larger than you, but it's just floating through space.
Did that blasted wizard cast a spell on me as a joke? I know I messed with his book, but shrinking me down to the size of an ant seems hardly a fitting punishment. And he screams out, "Show yourself, wizard!"
There's an almost deadening sound of your voice as it comes back, and it doesn't quite echo. That's what I'm imagining, or the word that I want to use, but it's not quite that. It's like it hits a point and then it just is nothing. And are you as you're standing there and shouting into space in the starry expanse of the night, off in whatever direction you're looking, I guess, it almost looks like there's a quick writing of symbols that you would understand as text in the sky. It says, "Which path will you choose?"
The path that leads to my honor. The path that leads to balance.
From that there doesn't seem to be any particular response, although almost an arrow if you're looking in the opposite direction of the compass, and then the compass itself sort of looks almost as if it starts to shine brighter than everything else on the table.
Ah, you show yourself at last. And he goes over to where the compass is.
Staring at the compass, you can see visibly that even your reflection looks brighter than you would expect looking into the edge of it. It does stand, or rather sit on the table at about 3 foot in height, and is about 15-ish feet in diameter. And when you stand next to it, the needle starts to point towards you in whichever direction you're standing alongside the compass, as if you were the north instead of north being north.
Strange. I never seen a compass do this. I'm gonna try to investigate what the compass is trying to allude to.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation and tell me, are you touching it, or as in lifting it, trying to lift it up, or look at maybe some of how it works, or how are you investigating?
The first, I would say at first he's gonna walk around it looking for inscriptions. He's gonna look for any notable writing that might discern its purpose, and then after that he's gonna go hands on with it.
Okay.
Let's see.
16, I see.
Yep.
Nice. There isn't any notable inscriptions on it as it is. You'd probably continue that line of thought, I would guess, and grab the edge of it and look maybe under it for such. And as you do so, you kind of put your hand maybe even down on the table to kind of brace yourself or brace your knee and pick it up and look under, and you start to see writings on under it as you feel yourself. There's this almost as if colors are streaking across your vision, a persistent ba-bump, ba-bump spurs in your chest, and of a life with it, and a physical weight that you hadn't felt in some time. And that time, as you feel it yourself, begins to matter, and you begin to realize there is a clear desire, dream, and determination that pulls you towards it. And growing and changing evermore, you flow out into an evolving space, and at the same time feeling this chug, chug, chug burning through you, with your vision clear on the scene before you, which you find yourself now in your hand holding a compass, of all things of normal variety, more or less, comparatively to those that stand around you, who you feel a crash of almost the cresting of a wave across you, splashing all over your body, and tingling sensation as if you just had a heady high. Before you, though, stands, and I will bring your character over too, but you can tell that you're on a boat, of all things, and there are people around you. Gonna get you there, I promise. You might have to zoom around on this map. It's pretty big.
Mm.
And you settle down next to a halfling. Are the first things you're probably noticing. Then a remind me your race, feline. Tabaxi, right? Tabaxi, and yeah, those are the two that are there currently.
A
Mi-
tabaxi, what
Mime,
now?
a
Tabaxi and a
halfling.
halfling.
And Mime, you're waking up in your room to a sudden chunk on the deck, as well as having felt just before that same sensation I was just describing for Rick there, that bump spurring to life. Just before that, you felt a darkness cover you as time began not to exist, and yet move infinitely faster. You feel your body start to lose all weight and floating effortlessly in a non-particular direction, in a void of nothingness. Your wants, wishes, and will drift away. Only one feeling persists in that void. You are all things because you are no thing. There is no movement, but everything, including you, moves infinitely fast, knowing all things and no thing. Have all things but hold nothing. So that was what happened before you spurred back to life, and you're inside your room. The last thing you remember, Mime, is you were celebrating, and oh yeah, everybody, including Rarl, and so Sonora and Rarl, you both hear a trying to make it come through, but it's not a pop. That as these two other creatures come into being.
What a weird dream. I don't know what I drank last night, but apparently it was a doozy.
Okay, wait.
Doing it.
So Mime popped into existence as well, or is she in her own room?
Mime popped into existence in her own room, so
Oh, okay. Okay. So we wouldn't see her popping in. We would only see Kiro popping in.
correct.
Oh, okay.
And yourself, because you weren't here last time, right?
I was not here last time,
I
so I would be
apologize.
popping into existence.
Yeah. I was so set on the fact that you had helped capture the Drider that you had also been there for
I
the torture,
captured.
but
I did not torture.
I apologize. So yeah,
I
you
wouldn't have
experienced,
tortured in the first place. It wouldn't
You'd
have happened.
you experienced that as well. Everybody, Rarl, you're the only one that is like experiencing them pop in, and then there's that sudden realization, like the people that you were just with stopped existing. These new people started existing, and then you were like, well, that's weird, and then forget completely about that because the other people that stopped existing no longer mean anything to you at this particular time.
Sounds right.
You're muted if you're
Where
saying
am
anything
I?
in the Rarl. Says Kiro.
Makes more sense.
You are on Adune, our ship. Hi, I'm Zenora.
Are you a necromancer? A sorcerer?
No, no,
A wizard?
no. The only power I have is the power within my body. There are some of those here. I don't think that they're bad, though, if that's what you're asking about.
And where is here? Are we on the Dragon Seas? The Columbian Pass? Where are we?
No. I'm not too sure myself. I kind of get this whole little like pop in and out of existence thingy, which just happened to you actually too. I'm still getting used to it myself. But there might be some other people here who can. Actually, the cat right next to you probably could explain it a little bit better. Just don't listen to the other cat. Raul isn't there. I thought Raul was here.
You confused me. Haha.
Haha. The cat standing next to you can probably explain it a little bit better. Just don't try to talk to the other three. They are wild, and one of them can't speak at all. So.
Ah, I see. You have Nekomata around. Shiesty creatures.
Sure.
So the scene you see for Raral is he is laying on his back, paws extended into the air. He is a 6-foot-ish ginger tabaxi wearing elaborate silks. He is currently being hand massaged by 3 other ginger tabaxis, also wearing silks. While one of them is sprinkling gold onto his chest. Hey.
Hello.
I'm Raral.
This one seems like a new one. We haven't seen him before. Do you want to do the rundown?
He hops up, gives a big cat stretch. Big yawn. Sure. We'll not go too meta with this one. I don't know where you came from, but it is not here. I also came from, and I believe everyone here, came from a different place, either on this planet, but currently we are in a we are on a magical ship, our ship, a sentient ship. I pat the deck. Her name is Adune. We are docked on an island, a volcano island, home of a dragon, we are in the employ of currently. I can't tell you much about what probably just happened to you. I note the torque around his neck.
You do find a necklace in the form of a torque shape on your person. It has 2 spheres on either end and is kind of a twisted metal throughout. You realize it's kind of matching those around you that all have the same.
You can't take it off.
It physically
you can
doesn't come
take it
off.
off. I don't have mine on.
Oh, what? That's
No,
Oh
I
yeah,
gave mine
Raul doesn't
away.
have one.
Yeah, mine's gone. But not forgotten.
Weird.
So,
Yeah.
We're prisoners here?
No, we are not prisoners. No, we are an independent company, hiring if you're interested. But no, we're pursuing our own goals, but we have no idea how we got here. I mean, I'm pretty sure someone does somewhere in the ship. They're sleeping or stopped existing, or I don't know. My brain hurts now.
Udine
But
chimes into your head, Mime, and goes, "The crew is gathering in the it seems like it where they've been gathering. I don't know what to call it either."
oh yeah, I'm also covered. I was sitting on a giant pile of penis pillows that were vibrating.
Oh yeah.
Waiting for that
Mime's
description.
gonna laugh and be like, "The Adune, this is you. You're the ship. You don't know what you're called." But fair point. Glad to be back here. Glad you're doing it. How are you, Adune? Are you good? Do you need anything?
I'm all right. I don't know if you're aware, but we've now got some spidery companions on board, and they're pretty feisty. Oh no. I think the one killed himself.
spidery companions?
To do
Yeah.
that to him.
Captured some
Shit.
spiders.
Where did we get spiders? Is this like fleas? Do you have
Oh,
fleas,
that was
Aduna?
Are you coming out of your room?
Yeah, I am. I'm like opening the door and be like, "Do you have fleas, Adune? Do we need to get you a collar?"
Oh, are you talking about the Drider? Yeah, Rarl and I captured one. Is there another?
But it just killed itself. Did it multiply?
We got the other one too.
You went back and got the other one? The one that was sleeping on
Well,
the ceiling?
Yeah, well, the plan was that we were going to go in there and do like sneaky stuff like you and I had planned. But
Yeah.
then when I opened the portal, because I put the teleporter on the table covered in all the food, the drider was there eating, right? So I stuck my head out and I said, oh shit. And then I just grabbed him and I pulled him in and then we beat him up.
Okay.
So now we have
Interesting.
2, which is
What have you
either
guys
a
been
breeding
doing?
pair or we could use them to get intelligence.
You feel, Hero, in your head a presence that's feels like it's asking to come in, like politely, very, very like the most polite knock on your consciousness, basically.
He allows it.
And that's when you hear a soft feminine voice. Hello, welcome to my decks. I'm Adune. Who you find yourself on?
Fine ship it is. Can you tell
And
us
then
anything about where we are? Who made you?
That second one, not so much. It was in quite a lot of pain. We're in the Mittelmeer. It's just off the coast of Gargantium. And on Shandar's Island, as it's been being called. It's the water's lovely. The sea creatures are beautiful. And then that's when she starts projecting to everyone else and says, "Well, unfortunately, you thought you had 2 Driders, but I think the one that just killed itself."
I
Which
forgot
one?
about the cyanide poisoning. Damn it. I mean,
What?
the self-poisoning. The other one tried to kill herself by like biting herself and poisoning herself, so we healed her.
Yeah, I healed her, and we also shoved something in her mouth so she couldn't do it.
Yeah, we wanted to make it as humane as possible, and
the
she was
guy
trying
one
to kill
killed
herself.
himself.
Yeah, I know. It's super depressing. We lost our. We don't have the match pair anymore.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe spiders don't belong on ships.
I
Do
mean,
we
for
need
sure,
finger
but
guns?
like,
Yeah, Mia's gonna flash some finger guns and like walk past them to go find food.
With that thought in mind, Adune
Brand.
would provide and what you looking for there, Mime? Captain Mime.
Well, what time of day is it?
I believe it's just past noon. You might be looking at the afternoon, actually.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm just looking for like a big cut of meat and some potatoes, gravy.
Big meat. I think I may have had a goat or 2 that wandered down into the bottom parts. Potatoes might be on short notice, though. They don't keep as long, and we've been out for quite a while.
That's fair. Whatever's in the stores.
Okay, I could do. Actually, I think I've got an egg noodle that would be perfect for this. That I've been saving for a beef stroganoff of sorts, and she just kind of starts mumbling about that, and you hear some clanging from under deck.
Stroganoff?
Yeah,
Yes.
and you hear some clanging underboard, and then under your feet, the boards rattle, but for the hands that open up into a hole, holding a platter of steaming stroganoff on egg noodle. Goat
Yes.
stroganoff. You presume.
Yeah. So So yeah, Mame's gonna take that. Or Mime's gonna take that. See, I do it too. Mime's gonna take that and thank Adune profusely and remind Adune what whatever you need, Adune, whatever you want, you let me know. I'll get it for you. And go take the food to a table to start eating.
Is there everyone? So I want to get in on that.
Yes, of course, without a doubt. And you feel under your feet the deck rumble again, and a plate appear for anyone that's interested.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, yay! I love breakfast lunch.
Kirito, you might just want to get some breakfast. This is like some of the only times that you're gonna get like a good proper meal.
Yeah.
I don't know if through like a full mouth, Mime's gonna be like, and Adune's the best cook.
He Kiro just kind of looks at y'all as y'all are eating and kind of resolves himself to fine.
And you guys realize there's not only a hearty, almost slightly gamey meat in a pleasant way, with a mushroom sauce that's been mixed in with the gravy on top of these noodles that you know are slightly al dente with a just hearty filling sensation, fulfilling each one of you as you're eating. And all of your wants, wishes, and desires in a meal. Except vegetables. There's no vegetables in this.
Bro, fuck vegetables.
Yeah, this is a fantasy world. I don't want to eat vegetables.
I like vegetables, but that's just me.
But
I like 'em
want
too,
scurvy.
But I don't want them.
As we're eating,
Yes.
I'll turn to the others and be like, alright, I don't know how much you guys are aware of what we're currently doing or what the plan is, but I want to like lay it out for everyone. If that's alright.
I feel like I would rather know what the plan is, so
Cool. I turn to Kiro.
Yes.
Kirito.
So we were hired by a queen somewhere else to try to secure a like a supply of dragon's breath, because her kingdom, the people were losing magic because there was some underwater thing that was like stealing it. So this is their supplemental version to like fix that instead of dealing with the problem. So anyway, we came here because we want to get Adune wings so she can fly. And we met with Shandar. We agreed to the contract, which is great. Everything's great. We have secured a great contract for our company. But then in the meantime, while he fills up the first shipment, we had agreed to try to remove a pesky clan of goblins that was living in the volcano. This one, kind of gesture around, that's here. So, I turned to Zenora. We went in and snuck past the front lines and
We
hid one of the.
infiltrated.
Yeah, it was great. Fist bump.
She fist bumps.
So we infiltrated past their front lines because there's like a huge army of goblins and kobolds fighting each other, and we don't want to deal with that. That's sounds messy. No, anyway, so we infiltrated behind them and we placed the teleporter plate. I turned to Kira. We have 2 plates that are like teleporters. One stays here, and the other one you can like spin and then teleport back here. We borrowed it for the mission. And we placed it behind enemy lines so that we could just teleport in next time we wanted to. And while we were there, we captured one of the Driders, who told us that they worked for some god spider lady named Lolth, who has contracted them to follow Shandar around and try to force him to keep moving so he doesn't have a place to live. So they didn't live here before here now. They came after he got here and are trying to, like, shove him off for some reason. So
And
we should be okay eradicating them or removing them or trading or, dealing with this situation.
So what I'm hearing is there are Driders encroaching upon a majestic dragon's rest that need to be dealt with.
Kobolds
Yeah.
are encroaching.
No, the kobolds work for the dragon.
Oh, I thought
It's
the
Driders
it's
and
goblins.
goblins. Yeah,
That's what it is.
it's goblins, and they seem to have some sort of magical butt crystal. Thanks, Callum. That like creates more goblins, just like, I don't know, automatically, or it's like a teleport. We don't know yet. But my theory is we could steal that and gain an unlimited source of labor for our new company. What do you think? Win, win, win.
I find being in the service of dragons a noble effort, and helping one in need and eradicating vermin from their lairs acceptable.
Maymay's gonna hold their fork up and be like, wait a second. Did we ever consider that Shandar did something to deserve being, bothered by these people?
I mean,
Hero,
maybe
look-
for
Because
sure.
we determined. I
You're-
think the goblins were here first, I believe.
Teleporting in because there's the underground tunnel to Lolth's realm that got opened up. Because the plan was to take one of the firebomb things from the dragon's breaths, find that gate opening, whatever it may be, then blow the shit out of it. I don't think
I'm
the
wondering if
goblins were
the-
here first.
Gotcha. Okay.
Can correct
I mean,
me.
I like that plan. I think we could make the volcano erupt.
Yeah, we could do that. So that's the current plan. Like we said, the teleporter is on the other side of the enemy line, so we could just go and deal with that situation. I just wanted to download everyone with, like, what's going on. And the business opportunities. Because, like, if we manage to get one of these things, we could populate an entire fleet of crews with
Yeah, but how
forced labor, but like low, cheap labor, like like a heads up, like a step up program where we help them get on their feet, and eventually they can do whatever they want.
But how good at being laborers are goblins? I mean, how trustworthy are they? Do they show up on time? Is that really the kind of
I guess it
workforce that we
depends on,
want?
like, right. Yeah, I mean, it really depends on, like, how the crystal works, because, like, if they come in, like, and are spawned already adults and angry and stuff, then probably not. But if they're little babies, like a nursery, we could totally train them.
Wrong there. But
How much does Mime know about goblins?
You could roll a
Let's see how
history. Yeah,
much.
go ahead.
Yeah.
We're the good guys.
Oh, natural 20.
Natural 20.
ooh,
Yeah.
You know for a fact that on this plane there are factions of goblins. They do exist, that you've had interactions with, and you're quite sure, though, that you've tried to avoid them for most of your life, as a part of your existence was quite annihilated by them, being your hometown of Cranston. And when you had left to become a mime, that you had avoided them for most of your life, but inadvertently learned a lot by trying to avoid them. knowing other things about them being that they themselves aren't as exactly as bad as you may have thought, because they were generally driven by another race, generally those of the Underdark. They were just kind of the forebearers of those of the Underdark, because they can't come out on the upper area and on Tarth, especially during day. They can't. Most of the things that come from the Underdark can only come out at night, so they use things like goblins and orcs and hobgoblins to ravage the upper plains of Tarth. And you know from this too that they can be created in this fashion, but breeding is an option too for them. Some of the more tame goblins, if you can call them even that, do have small communities that, and have left from a war or something like that. You run into them, and actually maybe it's a backstory moment for you to intervene on how that exactly plays out sometime, if we ever need a one shot.
Yeah. That would be fun. But so I'm not gonna share any of this information with the party. I'm gonna keep this all to myself. And I'm just gonna continue making this argument about how we really don't. I'm like kind of ignoring I'm not even looking at the new person in the room. Like I have at this point walked in and just like walked around and like stayed away from Kiro, right? And just have like gone about my business and not really looked at them. And so I'm just gonna continue, engaging Rarl and being like, I don't like this plan. Goblins, they're
Or we could sell it.
Yeah, but like goblins, they're just not, they're not good workers. That's not what you want your workforce, right? Even if you raise them for small, they're just like inherently, they're gonna give us a bad reputation. You can't leave them unattended. It would cause more work for us than what we want. I mean,
That's probably true.
right. They're doing what they're doing. I don't think it's like in their nature to inherently, bother dragons. They're doing it for a reason. I don't know. Shandar was kind of a dick. I'm not like, he almost killed us all. I know it wasn't on purpose, but like still, he almost killed us all. Like maybe I don't know. Like what's Shandar doing for us if we get rid of his plague of goblins?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. We could learn.
Gratitude is immense.
And we have a very advantageous trade contract where we are the sole proprietors of the trade of Dragon's Breath between us and the island nation of Socrates.
We paid a lot of money for that. Yep, we've already paid a lot of money for that. There was a big down payment. You remember all the pain we went through to get that nudie of the queen? We're still going to set him up a hot date. I don't think we have to take care of his pest problem. I think that's on him.
Well, no, this is a separate contract. This is like extra payment. But here's the thing. So you're right. We don't know enough about this situation. We have a captive in the other room who knows more about this situation. We can ask them these questions and then decide. But what do we know about this Loth character? I gaze off into the distance.
You could roll a history if you'd like as well.
Does anyone else know more? Because I am not a
You could all roll a history actually for me if you'd like.
Yeah, we'll try.
Unless you're
history's only a +2. I got real lucky on that last roll.
Unless you're
one.
I have a +1 and I got a 14.
Nice. Rarl?
I got a +1 and I got a 6.
So, Rarl, you are like I've heard of this person. She said she was a god. Don't know. I mean, that's about all I got. And that she rules them.
They're such bitches.
Yeah, and well, it seemed like too from the last time you at least remember from interrogating her just moments ago that she was potentially excited about you trying to kill her. So she's a bit sadistic. And Hero, you are like Loth. Not even heard of her. What's a Loth?
Yeah, I'm like,
What's a Loth?
He's like, I've never heard of this Loth.
Mostly a big spider. Kind of mean. If anything,
Yeah, Zenora,
the
get
other
him.
riders like.
And as for Zenora, you know, that she generally takes the form of the spider, and that she is generally worshipped by most matriarchies of Drow in the Underdark, and that her visage does visit those prominent in the communities of the Drow at prominent times, but otherwise just directs forces from afar. And that, as a godly status would do. And I guess, Mime, since you're rolling so high on those histories, would also glean the individual fact that there is some recurrence to those meetings with the Underdark. You can kind of see the the resurgence of goblins in certain areas dependent upon her meetings and her sightings.
Yeah, I think this god is no good. I don't think we
Team Shandar. May make a hand sign.
Mm. Well,
Hey,
so
look.
wait, so wait a second.
We
Wait a
could-
second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second.
Sure.
Our overall goal, you just said it earlier, I heard you from the room, was to get
Uh-huh.
Adune some wings. And after this delicious stroganoff, I am I'm reinvigorated upon this path. And I think that we need
Yeah.
to rein in our focus a little bit. We've been doing a lot of extra things lately. Some of it was my fault. I take full responsibility for the goat stacking. But maybe we need to go rein in our focus and go back on the path to getting Adune some wings. Because then think of how much more we could do if we could fly. Way better than a goblin workforce.
I agree, but so right now we have accepted the contract with Shandar, and he said he needed a few days to get the dragon's breath together so that we could leave. So we have 2-3 days here where we can't leave to go get wings because we're waiting for the supply to bring the queen to get the wings.
Gotcha. Well, we've been working really hard. We're on an island. There's some beautiful water. Adune says the sea creatures are gorgeous. Why don't we do some snorkeling? We can lay out on the beach. I'm sure there's some books here that are probably great beach reading. And we can just take a nice little vacation. I think we deserve it. I mean, I'm just gonna look around with this big goofy grin on her face, yeah, vacation. Yeah.
We already signed the contract with Shandar to try to deal with this situation. We could try to go back on it, of course.
It's never good to go against a dragon.
Was there a timeline?
I don't know. I'll snap my fingers for one of my siblings. Would you take a look for me? Yes, subsection 24C-675.
I'm a roll.
I'm just saying, here's the other question. How long can we wait before Shandar is forced to move on? Because here's the thing. If he's forced to move on and he can't establish himself here, how are we supposed to transport this breath back and forth to the queen as we promised? We could do one load, but if he gets pushed to... Sure, but where's Shandar going to be next? Is he going to tell us? Do we have to go search for him? We need a reliable trading partner, and a partner who's being constantly chased out of his own house is not a reliable trading partner.
Fun little calling cards, right? Didn't we get the machine to make the calling cards that summon
We
you?
do.
Jarl
we have this thing.
Meows real loud with a... Doobies 33C says you will have 20 days to
20
solve the problem.
Okay.
Fuck, guys, why'd you do that? What if it's an impossible problem? What then? You're terrible at writing.
I mean,
Freeman just shakes their head.
I've literally written one contract before, and I can't read.
Who let this happen? Supervisor, you.
This is why I
I don't think
always
any
have
of
my
us were
siblings
there.
read.
I don't think any of us were there to sign the contract with him.
This is
But
obviously
no. Okay, so I mean, so the contract I made for like the Dragon's Breath, that one's very advantageous. We poured over it for quite a while. It's just, I'm just saying, like how long?
we were all
like
there for that.
Jarl
Sure.
chimes in with it. Well, it does say here under the reward section, though, that
Oh.
you will have your choice of a reward from his riches and piles. I
His
think that was what
hoard.
drove you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, his hoard.
Yeah, we get additional
That
stuff
makes
for
sense
this.
now.
And a dragon does not part from his hoard so easily.
Yeah, any item
Yeah, he's
too.
probably
Any
gonna
item.
give us. He's probably gonna give us his like box full of trinkets for children.
No, I'm pretty sure
like
we
little
get
puzzle
to choose.
games and like
Yes,
finger
it says
traps.
it says specifically of the rewardee's choice.
Did you choose? You know,
Choose- choose-
one super cool item.
That is a fine reward.
I'm gonna
So-
hold to that. I don't think your reward's gonna be as cool as you think it is, but
But here's
okay.
the thing.
I'm just saying.
What's
I'm just
going
saying,
on?
this would be
Let's
3 beautiful
chat, Gal.
days
What's
on
going
the,
on?
on the pristine beach. Pristine beach, beautiful water, beautiful sun, palm trees. There's
Let me
coconuts
do you
for
one
days,
better.
guys.
Let me do you one better. We have a time limit on this. Let's go get this done and then use the extra days to be on the beach.
Right, we already infiltrated them. We're in the back lines. All we have to really do is drop off the bomb, set it off, and we're done.
What I'm
Mime is just
what
gonna
I'm
look
hearing-
at you.
What I'm hearing is we're gonna need a roll off to resolve this. That's
Yeah, Mime's just gonna look over with these like, I do not
mean-
believe you. That never turns out that way. It'll take 15 minutes and five
In and out.
weeks later.
5-minute adventure.
It's a 5-minute adventure. Don't worry.
But okay, here's the
It's
other
so
thing. We
simple.
can't just leave, right? The other plate is behind enemy lines.
So that is one final piece of thing before I was going to say that I think we're going to need a roll off between Rarl's persuasion and Mime's wisdom, which
Are we
Could be.
voting?
guys could try to vote. I mean, this is Captain Mime though, so I mean, I don't know. I don't
I
know
mean,
how
I
your
will of
I don't know
course
how
do
your
whatever you say,
contract-
Captain.
I don't know how your hierarchy works here. It's your guys' decision fully, but I'm just trying to help.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing: we've committed to a 20-day contract time period. We just tell everyone, "Oh, we're taking up for 20 days." If it takes us only 10 days, that's 10 days for the beach and relaxation.
Right. How long does it
Yeah,
take
'cause
us
you
to get
fuckers
back
are gonna wait
to?
that long to go get treasure. A, B, who signed this contract?
Rarl.
Hi. I think other
Well,
people
you're gonna
did too. Zenora did. I'm
revoking
pretty
your
sure.
Did I sign this
Speak for us.
contract? When did I sign this contract?
Rarl,
Whoever went with me on the espionage mission,
Oh,
We
fuck,
went
I
and
signed the contract!
we went and
Yep.
talked to like the general guy. We got some
Oh,
information.
no, we did!
signed up
Oh,
and
no,
away we
I'm
went.
partial to blame for this.
I hereby decree that you both will have tattoos on your foreheads that say, I am not, I cannot obligate the rum rollers.
Hey, the rest of y'all were out of commission. What were we supposed to do?
Not sign
That's true.
contracts.
We got
Okay,
you
but
the
let's talk about the
Driders.
contract that we're in with the Necromancy Association. If we want to talk
What?
about regretting to sign contracts. Because I'm pretty sure we're in like an honor-bound thing to serve necromancers. I turned to Kirill. No offense, we're trying to get out of it.
Have
Sounds
you
like a
tried
decent people.
hitting them really hard?
No, we haven't seen them. It's kind of more like a paperwork thing.
Then we find them and then we hit them really hard.
That's fine with me, but like, we'll have to do that later because we don't even know where they are. I'm
Then let's
pretty
serve
sure
When the
they.
time
Wait,
comes.
no, they contract. No, they're the guys who contracted Loaf, right?
Correct.
Yeah, they're the guys who contracted Lol to get Shandar out of his house. That's right.
What do they
More
have against
reasons
Shandar?
just to slay them.
But I agree, but let's break this down. Mame, what's going on? Why are you so scared? You are so
Mime.
strong. Mime, I'm
I
sorry.
don't. I don't. I don't like goblins. I just avoid goblins. But
Yep.
just for just neutral. We're neutral to goblins. Let's leave the
So
goblins
you can
alone.
avoid them by killing them
Negative.
Captain,
and making
if I
Shandar
may,
happy, which in turn makes the queen happy. It's a win-win here.
Okay, so tell me about this plan again. So we're gonna throw a bomb in through the portal. Where's the bomb?
So yes, we have. I'll pull out the sample of fire breath we have. This is one of the fire breath things that we're getting from Shandar. We're getting a bunch of them in the next couple days. So I figure one is fine, especially for this. Because I think we also just got one for a couple for ourselves. Anyway. So what we know is there's a portal or tunnel or entry or something to Lol's realm somewhere down there that all of these things are coming out of, right? We don't have to kill all the goblins. We just have to stop them from repopulating, or what's that word? What's the word that you use in war where you reinforcements? That's the word where they can't give more reinforcements, and then I think we're basically done.
Okay, so does our prisoner know where this portal is? The entrance?
Probably. We have not asked them yet. We were mostly asking about like the information I just told you about, like who
Gotcha. Well,
hired
let's
them, what they're doing
go.
here.
Adune does
let's go
chime in
ask-
to say that Vaughn has just finished her meat. I did ask her about it. She said that where you abducted her from is behind the goblin line.
Right, yes. That's true. Yeah. So there's not even any goblins back there. It's just
or is she lying?
spiders. Or she could be lying. Yeah. Absolutely true.
Very likely.
It is a Drider. They are liars.
I don't have any abilities to make someone not lie besides beating them.
Me neither. I don't have magic.
One of Adune's bored hands opens the door in this direction and says, "She's awake for questioning if you wish to question her more further before you depart."
Sure. Turn to Mime.
But Adune, I don't want to depart. I want to stay here forever with you.
Oh, I understand, but it seems like it would be advantageous, to finish this so that there isn't any ramifications to whatever contract
Wait,
that
so
was that you signed.
You think we should help Shandar?
I mean, it seems to be that he has been pretty helpful so far. In the sense that he set up a reasonable contract with you to dealings with Socrates in exchange for his breath.
Captain,
Which
if I
I
may.
wrote, so it's I'm not that bad at contracts. Okay, I'll shut up.
Um, yeah, I don't have anything
As
to make people not lie. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Kira.
I'm gonna
Captain.
assume. Yeah.
Yep, Kiro.
Go ahead. Go.
I'm gonna keep my eyes down. and say, okay.
my question is simple. You're the captain of this vessel, right?
I
Means you've been able to bring upon great fortune in this crew. Honor to yourself. Honor to your crew.
Yes, we can call it that.
Then what hinders you from seeking further honor and glory in service to something great? As
don't
helping
wanna-
dragons is a noble cause.
Yeah, how many dragons have you met?
Several. I am a dragon.
Ah. Explains a lot. Okay. I just really don't like to fuck with goblins, but okay. How do you feel about this plan? About blowing
I
things
feel
up with a bomb we haven't tested yet?
I don't know what a bomb is, but I have my swords, and I will cut down every goblin you see fit to, as you put it, have a time on the beach. And once we're done, we can have that time on the beach. But right now, if I may, I will go question the Drider and ensure that what they've told the ship is the truth. If not, then I'll continually beat it out of it until it gives me the truth.
I like this guy.
Yeah, I got the spider, so I'll go with your plan.
I thank you. And the door that the I forgot the name of the ship. Oh God.
Aduna, it's fine.
The door that Adune shown everybody. Kira walks to that door.
And inside you see the Drider restrained by what looks like boards from the ship that have each appendage, all 10 of them, held to the deck. So her face is pressed up against the boards, and what looks like a saucer of water currently that she's lapping at. And her mouth is covered in this, like, purplish wax, and she kind of reeks of lavender.
Spider, I'm
Oh.
here to ask questions.
What language are you speaking in? Just
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna use. Let's see. I have. Lord, I'm trying to remember what all languages I have. Hold on. Let's see. Would it be safe to assume that since Driders are from the Underdark, they have interaction with Dorogar, they would understand a dialect of Dwarvish?
Very potential, but so are you? Is that what you were saying that in currently?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to go
I'm gonna-
over to him. We still have the little pins, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to him and throw a pin on him. This will help you talk.
Throw your pin on him. You mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll put it on him. I'll just be like, this will help you to speak.
Because the
And then
Drider
walk
just kind
back out.
of
I
looks
thank you.
up at you and then looks back around and go. What you understand as it says is, "I'm sorry. Could you say that again? I didn't catch that."
Oh, my apologies. I'm gonna make sure that the information you gave was the truth, and to show you my sincerity and my conviction. Kiro starts to unwrap his Nodachi, and then plants it to the against the wall. If you lie to me, the last words you will utter will be your last. And I attempt to intimidate the
You can
driver.
roll. You can roll intimidation, and I think it is contested. Drider.
Oh come! Why?
Damn.
Damn!
Oh, I was off somewhere else. What was it?
It was a 5.
Oh,
Aw.
well, let's see here. The 21, she kind of like looks around like, this guy's serious? And then just says, "You said the word utter." That's the only thing she says.
Kiro then takes his fist and cocks the side of the face.
I think she... Go ahead and roll me an unarmed strike.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna make him roll the hit.
Well, the hit
Oh,
isn't
come
the
on!
Sorry, no, not the hit, not the hit. Sorry, not the hit.
Oh.
It was just damage. I apologize. She's
Oh,
Okay.
it could've been the hit.
restrained.
That would have been
Yeah.
so funny.
I know, right?
He rolled a 7. He rolled a 7. It would have been so good.
I know.
Just totally
so
whiffs
just-
it.
So damage, just damage.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Unarmed strikes
she's
are just your
restrained
strength
because I think you have
modifier,
I think you have advantage actually.
He
be
would,
the-
yeah.
yeah. So is
Oh.
what the actual roll would be there. Is all.
Plus, I think the damage is just the strength modifier. I'm the only one that does different damage with my unarmed strikes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah. Yep, so 19.
That'll definitely do it.
And 4 damage.
She falls unconscious under your fist.
No!
She didn't have a lot of health left, guys. You
Mhm.
choked her to death. Pretty
That is
near,
true.
basically.
We did do that.
Yeah, you realize after you clocked her, you're like, oh, she's got these bruises
I spent,
that are
I
appearing,
spent so many
Mm.
key points on that fight.
and that on the sides of her ribs, there's a good bit of bruises appearing there too. And
Ah.
then yeah, so she's at 0 currently, and she's unconscious.
Hmm.
Probably.
Well, problematic.
She seems to stop breathing.
Healing on her.
Can anyone see into the room?
I don't know.
I'm assuming
Maybe
I'm
move
still
over
in the
there?
room because I gave him the
Okay.
pin. So
Yeah, Zenora. Yeah,
I'm gonna walk
I'll-
up
I'll-
and use my hand of healing.
Thank God.
just Mr. Miyagi, rub your hands together, place them on her.
I mean, kind of. She gets 4 hit points back.
And she just breathes
That's
real
one
deep.
key point.
This is how you
now
welcome
do you
new.
believe me?
This is how you welcome new crew members.
He's
Can we
also
offer-
new here. Oh, she can't understand me because I gave my pin.
Unless
can
you have
tell her
Underdark.
that you're. Nope. I
Okay.
have common, halfling, and primordial.
Undercommon. Nope. Go ahead.
Now
Damn,
do you
I'm
believe
missing
me,
Phelan.
Spider?
I mean, that hurt. I don't quite
Tell
remember
me
what happened before
everything.
that. My mom's name was Gina. She was pretty mean. And then when I was a little bit older, she let me smoke some cigarettes when no one was watching.
About the goblins. About your breach. Speak plainly, or I'll hit you again.
I think I told the furrier one about this. Yeah, it's alright. Still got some wax in my throat. And then I told the furrier one that that the goblins were being created by the crystals, the ones that kind of look like butts.
Hmm.
And we were contracted by the PNC.
And who are the PNC?
That'd be the professional necromancy cult.
Necromancers.
Yes.
So you deal with
Yes.
necromancers.
I don't necessarily. My clan does. They
Hmm.
don't. They deal with whatever comes their way. I tried to enact my protocol, which is, if you catch my drift, but you can see my position.
I can. I look over at oh, what would help me?
Zenora.
Zenora.
Zenora,
I'm the one that's
yeah.
closest to you. Yeah.
I look over at Snora. I don't believe they're telling us any lies. Do we need this one
Well,
around?
I can't understand her, but I'm assuming you're just re-verifying all the info we already got.
Yes.
Okay.
We should
That's
we
good.
should drop her off to Shandar.
Yeah. Actually, that's not a bad idea. We could give her to the dragon.
Yeah.
No need to worry, such a majestic creature. And he pulls out his katana from the other side. I'll do the light work.
I think we need to kill her. If anything, Shandar might have some fun with her. I don't know if you know this, he's a red dragon.
Well, then he'll be glad I handle light work.
He seems like the type that might enjoy doing some of this kind of stuff.
But why burden?
I don't know if you for us to be able to even talk to him, we had to throw on a talent show. I think he enjoys little entertainment. So if we hand her over to him, he'll make his little other servants that are around him allow him to watch it happen, which he would probably get pleasure out of.
Hear that, Spider? You have been reprieved, but for the moment.
I heard something, but I didn't understand it. Okay.
If it was up to me, your head would be rolling.
And she kind of rolls her head like this. She's a little sadistic.
Let's see. I'm gonna
crazy.
Willpower not to strike her down. Hold on. This is the third edition way of saying it. I guess
Yeah.
wisdom not
Yep.
to cut her head off.
Yep. A 9.
9.
Zenora, you look over your shoulder just as you're finishing that explanation to him, and you look back and go ahead and roll me the attack.
Oh my god, please let him miss. This would be so funny.
With advantage still, she's still restrained.
Oh, I don't think he misses. Damn.
Hold on, with advantage.
Mhm.
So 22.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
And since it's drawn both hands.
You
8.
look back, Zenora, and the head is almost looks like it's floating before you in the air as you hear a thunk of the sword just as it taps the deck and is withdrawn before the head falls to the floor.
My god.
My apologies.
This is not a
And he-
good start to your joining of this crew.
And he slowly pulls out what looks like a silk cloth and wipes the sword and puts it back in its sheath.
So as they come back into the room, Mime's gonna pipe up, scraping the last bits of gravy off this platter. Like, so if I understand this correctly, it's the professional necromancy cult that's driving the goblins, right? In the end, what's the real problem here?
Yeah,
'Cause
I'd say so.
So even if we do solve this goblin problem, that doesn't mean that the professional necromancy cult isn't going to then they're the one that's actually targeting Shandar. So why don't we just go deal with them?
I mean, I
A
think
fine
we could
idea.
do that.
And the
Where
goblins
are
will take care
they?
of themselves.
Mime, you're the only one that knows where you last seen them.
Aren't they the ones with the acolytes?
No, they're in
Weren't
the
they?
fissure.
They're
They're
in
at
the
the top of the
fissure?
lava. They're in the top of the lava tower, where you made your wish.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That was
Mm,
the that was who and when it was convinced during a boss fight with a large skeletal creature that you convinced you were part of their faction and had summoned him to become a new faction of the PNC as the Wish faction.
Yeah, that's right.
They say
we
I'm
can
bad
always
at
go back
writing contracts.
It was when we were still when Astral is still a thing.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
I was
I'm all
not.
for like taking down the source, but regardless, the other teleporter plate is still back there.
Yeah.
So no matter what, we have to, at a minimum, get that and get back.
Yeah.
Which, like, I could totally do. If someone casts fly on me, then I could just zip in, zip out. But
Yeah, isn't it nice when things can fly?
is. But the point being is, yes, we could go do this thing and get rid of the source. We could do both and get paid more. I guess I'm just questioning. It seems like, are you afraid of goblins? Do they scare you? I understand that like you had a terrible like history with them, but like, do they terrify you?
No, I just avoid them. They don't terrify me. It's just part of my religion to not interact with goblins.
That's an interesting religion. But I won't judge you for that. I think it was pointed out that this was the plate, at least currently, is beyond the goblin ranks, so I think we would be okay with not seeing them. But ultimately, it is your call. But the plate is still there, and somehow we need to get it.
Yeah, well, we still have to like walk it out, right? So you're gonna have to walk past goblins at some point. I don't know. I feel like you guys made all these decisions without me. I'm not sure that
It-
my vote actually matters here. It seems.
Well, there was
Here,
no one
when we
here.
went behind enemy lines, no one else
Yeah,
was here.
I'm pretty sure everyone was high at the moment.
Yep.
On the roller.
On the roller, yeah.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
really,
it was just the two of us. We were the ones that went behind enemy lines and got the Drider, so
yeah. So, let it be known. We'll put it on the record that I am not a fan of this idea. I would much rather hang out on the beach. But if you all are really, really itching to go do this thing, just want to let it be known. I think it's a bad idea. But who am I to stop you?
Look around.
Although I will say, no more spiders in Adune. Adune is better than that. It's not good for
Adune
Adune.
chimes in with a what should I do with the corpses?
We should probably feed it to the monster we have in the bottle. Probably hungry.
I don't have access to the bottle.
That's right. We'll have to take care of that. I'm
let's
sorry.
feed our
We did
pet
not
monster first.
we did not intend to make you feel uncomfortable. We were trying to help, and it seemed like a really good deal because there seemed like really nice stuff in his place, and like fall onto my knees and kowtow. I apologize. I feel bad. That's a weird feeling for me.
So do we come in on this with you kowtowing?
Yeah, I'd say. You and Zenora.
Ah, offering up prayers. I see. Good.
Something
top
like
happy.
that.
The other one's dead now.
Adune, I apologize for sullying your shit.
Oh, hey, thank you for the apologies. I do also hate the useless spilling of blood. I think that I could make something of them if you'd like.
Like dinner or like
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what they would taste like. Because again, I'm working off of purely just instinct and from my past life. I've never had Drider.
I vote we throw it overboard.
very well. Of course.
Really
Okay.
good idea.
Whatever you say, dear.
Mime gets very suspicious. Although we should probably feed the monster. It would be silly to let it die after all the trouble we went through to get it into the bottle.
I believe you have the bottle, Captain.
We have a monster in the bottle?
Remember
Yeah,
we
I'm gonna take it out
caught
of
the
my
tentacle
backpack.
monster?
I don't think she was there for that.
Oh my god, no, I came in at the tail end of that. I forgot that we put it in a bottle.
Yep, we caught it.
Mhm.
Trying to sell it when we get back so we can get somebody their coin back.
Because we used part of it to feed.
To
Right,
feed
that's what we
Shandar.
used to-
Shandar.
Yeah, because we like
One of
kept
the
it
finishes.
alive.
Oh my god, wait, who's Voimira? She ate it, right? Or what
No,
who character?
it was-
No, what?
Ash?
It was
Cat.
Cat
Yeah,
Oh, it was Cat
Right,
that ate it.
cat.
Yeah.
Like
because
magic and like lost her sense of.
Yeah.
Con-
Yeah, and we did not make the connection that would happen to Shandar when we fed it to him.
Yep.
Yeah, it negates magical magic.
magical magic.
Magical magic.
Magical magic.
So yeah, Adune goes, am I throwing them overboard then? Or into the bottle?
Does anyone actually want to eat spider?
I
I
don't.
don't want
I'm
to
gonna
eat
like.
spider, no.
Yeah,
What kind
Mime's
of
gonna walk
person would
over-
eat another sentient creature?
Literally, pretty much all of us.
Oh.
Anything that deals in necromancy is not worth the air it breathes.
Mime's gonna walk over and like rip a leg off the spider and like try to shove it into the top of the bottle.
It'll fit. It'll fit.
Just like
As
Just push.
as much as I love that imagery, as you get near the edge of the bottle, it does seem to like resize almost inside of just the. So it does kind of look like to everybody else that you're shoving it in there. How about that? And then, but you can feel specifically as it's getting to the edge of the bottle, it's kind of shrinking in your hand slowly but surely, and you're shoving it in the rest of the way. So yeah.
okay, cool. I'm gonna do this with like 4 of the legs. Just want to make sure our monster doesn't get hungry. And then put the stopper back in it.
Could you roll me a strength check, by the way, there,
I
Mime?
don't know. Glad I'm getting help from the bottle. It'd be bad.
It's a 0 with a minus 4.
Can I
Oh
assist?
my god.
It's real
Why
bad.
is your strength -4?
She's a
Oh,
'Cause I'm
halfling
little.
cleric.
I'm
no
a
interest in
halfling
Ben.
monk and I have a +1 strength.
She has no interest
only-
in strength.
I'm only
am-
3
am
feet
I-
tall.
Am I allowed to help Mei?
Yeah. So you.
Oh yeah.
So you're seeing Mime though lift up the leg and look like they're trying to lift it off actually, and like shove it in the bottle, and it's kind of like shrinking and slowly like inching along the leg into the bottle, but it can't quite get the leg off of the creature.
All right, let's
I
see.
feel like the leg's as
Eh.
big as I am.
Mm-hmm.
Be athletics or just strength save.
Depending upon what you're doing, perhaps.
I'm going
Strength
to help
goes-
shove
rip the
the
leg
leg
off?
into the bottle. Yeah.
shove the whole thing, maybe.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
shove the whole thing in there.
Then definitely strength, because you're kind of like lifting the whole body up. I would imagine is what you're physically doing.
16.
Oh yeah, you're able to kind of get under it and kind of start putting your shoulder into it, so to say, and shove it in there, and it's going faster with the both of yours work, and in short order, the whole drider is into the bottle, and this bottle you can see clearly inside as the drider resizes into a miniature. There is almost this miniature tentacled creature that excitedly, all of its tentacles were like kind of before this, almost depressedly on the beach and kind of at the bottom of the bottle. But as this creature comes in, it excitedly pops all of its remaining tentacles. I think there were 10, so it's down to 9 now. Grab around the spider and pull it into its center mass. As it disappears from the scale, you can't quite see exactly all the stuff, but you do see a little bit of purplish ichor in the water.
I hope that was helpful, Captain.
We might need more. Yeah, so Mime's gonna like turn around, like abruptly turn to face you and stick out a hand. And so at this point, you'll see that Mime is a halfling, 3 feet tall, has a pretty sweet hat on, a fedora, and some really nice clothes. I think I'm still dressed up after meeting the queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the dragon. I'm wearing my like nice clothes. Not a whole lot of distinguishing features. There's real short hair. Not because they're short and they're wearing like green. There's not a lot of like indications about age or gender or general anything, except for this is a very short, obviously a halfling. Maybe a little more stout. Mime really likes food and ale. But besides that, yeah, they just stick out their hand as if like to shake your hand.
Seeing how short you are, but not trying to be disrespectful, Kiro kneels down until a little more of an eye level to you to shake your hand.
And so it's gonna so Mime's gonna do their best to keep like their chin up and they're like face forward, not really looking at you, but shakes your hand and says thanks, and then turns around and leaves, walks away.
Adune says quite quickly, the other one in the other room?
Oh
Oh,
damn
another
it!
corpse.
Where's that one? This is actually great. I think this monster needs it.
Her hands come up from the deck boards and point, gesturing down this hallway.
So Mime's gonna like turn around and look back over their shoulder at Kieran. Hero.
Yes. What do you need?
And then turn around and walk in the room that
You'd
Aduna is
heard,
gesturing towards.
yeah, you'd heard
Oh,
Adune's
and
voice in your head as well.
just so y'all know what his clothing appearance looks like, it's something of this nature.
A kind of disc plate,
Ooh.
head to toe armor. That's a simplification, I know, but I know there's better words for it too.
So that is known as a shogunate armor. Is the term used for that particular armor set.
That's serious.
Mm-hmm.
So we have another one to feed to the bottom. And he proceeds to pick up the other spider and try to throw it in the bottle.
All right. Another strength check.
I'll actually
All
help a
right.
little bit this time.
Yeah.
Apparently, I decided to see how it was done.
What was that, Kuro on the strength check?
15.
15. So, with the both of you definitely are deftly working with this, you and having the experience from before are able to quickly shove the creature into the bottle and see the happy little tentacles devour the creature with a little bit more ichor.
Little tentacles. Cool. So Mime's gonna put the stopper in and put it back in her backpack. Turn around to Kiro again and stick her hand out. Shake her hand again.
He shakes it.
Again, they're just gonna turn around and walk back out to the main room.
You guys walk back out and presumably see Zenora and Rarl doing whatever Zenora and Rarl are doing.
Finishing up food.
Finishing up the last of their food and the plate that has settled on the floor for where it's situated to.
Yeah, where is the Mime's gonna look around and be like, so who has the portal plate?
Oh yeah, who's the other side? We left one side. I'm assuming it's still at the Drider office.
Yep. That just happened. I would assume it's in the room since we just gotten that fight.
Yeah, it's right here on the floor, in between you two guys, basically, where your character tokens are actually situated.
Point at it.
Actually,
Right there.
I don't see the room I'm in. My roll 20 just has a black and
Oh
white
no.
Adune from the top.
Oh no.
Unless I'm just not looking. Ah, there it is. I was on the wrong part of the screen.
I was gonna say, this map is stupidly big, and it's just because it's another old astral map.
Oh, this is why I'm still in my room and I haven't moved. I was like waiting to see. Sorry, guys. There we are. Look at that. All these shiny faces.
Don't worry, I have a new map for whenever she can fly.
Exciting.
That's super exciting. I don't want to be on the penis pillow, so I guess we'll come sit over here. All right. So do we need to prep? What are we doing? Are we going? Getting this over with?
Think so. We've got the information. We've got the firebomb thingy that we're going to use. We know what we're after. We just need to find it and then get out.
Everybody ate. Everybody's well rested. Are we feeling good?
We'll do some stretches. Ready to run.
Well, I'm not going to lead this charge, so somebody else is going to have to.
I can go because I have. I'm very alert. I nod.
I'll follow
Right.
behind you.
So I'm going to open up the portal, and then I will stick my head through. If it looks good, I will go through, and then if it still looks good, I will put my hand back in and give you the thumbs up, and then you can all come in.
Performance.
At that, where did I put my laptop? Performance. Whoa. Wait, where'd it go? Performance +6. 9.
Aww.
So bad.
This is the
Sorry.
first time in a while. I think since the first time that you were messing with trying to spin up the plate, that you pick it up and then it just kind of like you go to try to spin it and it just falls straight through your fingers.
Sorry,
sign.
performance.
I am a cleric. I
Performance
know
issues.
these things. We should not go. The gods have deemed. The gods have deemed that this is going to be a bad trip.
It's going to be fine. It was one roll. Or try again. 11.
It just barely spins up in your hand, if you want to describe how.
So, having failed this last time, he's gonna go very standard, not try to be showy like he normally does. And he places it on the table, and he just very carefully spins it. But because he's so used to doing it off the cuff, it almost tips, sputters, and then catches, and then portal pops open. See? It's fine. Totally fine. I'll poke my head in and then take a look around.
Interesting. You look inside and see that the chamber beyond is more or less empty at this time. Other than
Very, very carefully start sneaking through, one tiptoe at a time, looking out in all directions.
while giving the thumbs up.
No, I'm gonna like fully go through,
Okay.
scope out the room, and then thumbs up.
I just wanted to check. See if I can do this or no.
I mean, as soon as I can see all the windows, like the corners and windows and doors.
Yeah, I mean, perception while I'm getting this just to see.
Sure.
Go here.
11. Very midday.
Very mid. Yeah. You are sticking your whole upper torso through and seeing the desk and the chair and no other living creature in the room currently.
Right. Having checked the room, I will poke back through. Looks good, and then fully enter. And take
Hero
up
follows
a
right behind you.
sentry position. Sorry. And I guess I will carry the flame thing.
Same thing.
Wait, the flame thing.
The fire breath that we're gonna use to bomb the.
Oh, yeah. I don't. You want me to carry it?
I mean, sure, if you want to. I didn't want to impose on you or anything. You seem very flighty right now.
I'll put it in my backpack. Everything is
Okay.
safe there. This is fine.
You see the room.
I see blackness. 1 moment.
Am I supposed to click on something for this?
No, I was asking Raul specifically because.
Yes, it's
Okay.
small and up at the top, but I see it.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it's a very large map. Again, an old map.
No worries. Do a quick check under the corners, around the columns, while the others arrive.
Investigation.
Wait. Does that say Hamilton? I was gonna say I'm not sure that anybody playing tonight besides me has met Zeph or Squall or Thea or Idril.
What time frame does the secret invasion happen into now?
I mean, it is coinciding, but also a separate reality. So it doesn't bear any direct impact on this game yet.
Until.
Yeah. Okay, so we didn't resolve things with Franklin yet.
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
We need to schedule
In the
that.
multiverse.
Yeah. Sierra.
Yeah. We have a multiverse.
Was
So
that a
many
nat 1
verses.
on your investigation there?
Damn, that was.
Yeah. I'm doing
You're-
great.
You're like, ooh, lava. This is pretty fun. The fumes are kind of like here.
Your
and
face
it's
right up to it.
shiny.
I keep waiting for him to do like a cat thing and like fall off a ledge or something.
Into the lava? Why?
Hopefully not.
And it's well, there's no one here. Okay. That was your investigation check.
Like, it's really hot in here, God. But then Kiru comes right after.
Okay. Paste. You walk through this portal. You feel a rush of sensations as you get to the other side. Immediately, one of being that you're in a hotter than where you were environment, and secondly that it is not rocking as if you were on a ship. Are the main two. Besides that, you find yourself in an obsidian-clad circular space with columns and a desk that's just behind you, with a spiral staircase in the center for some reason, and yeah, a very beautiful floor that's underneath you that's got some gold inlays.
Cozy.
And Rural, you probably would snap out as he's walking through.
Hey, there's lava over here. Don't fall in it.
Has someone already done that?
I'm just saying, it would be a very bad idea to fall in the lava. My siblings, I have to kind of call out all the things for them, otherwise they get into lots of trouble. Last time they caused 10,000 gold worth of damages at the bar.
Is anyone? It's funny
That
because I think
very. That's
the two that
did
helped with
nothing.
that
I did nothing. You have no
are
proof.
here.
You have no proof. You have
Listen, it was
zero
all the
proof of
rural
this.
sins. It was
So-
all the rural sins.
Is anyone following Kuro through?
I guess I would follow behind.
All right.
Yeah, so once Sonora goes, Bime's gonna follow because I now have the jar of boom.
You guys pop through, seeing much the same as I had described.
So wait, we're not in the Drider office?
You are. That is what the Drider's
Okay.
office looks like. I
Okay.
need to grab the bookmark. There we go. Does everyone see the map? You will have to... Wait. I think I can reshift everyone's focus. I just have to remember. Did that work?
Yep.
There we go. So yes, you find
Just like how I
yourselves-
remember it, but without the sleeping Drider on the ceiling.
Exactly. He's now a fleshy mass inside of a bulking stomach.
I'm gonna walk over here and read whatever's on this note.
You see
Oh,
a
I think
note
that was
that
the note
says,
that we did.
that says, I resign my position as chief officer in this goblin foray, and would, I forget all of the other things that you guys had said, but it was basically Vaughn's
either.
resignation.
It was really bad.
to,
Really hard to
The
read.
roll was bad too.
yeah, to her post, and that's why the male Drider hadn't questioned anything and just started. You can see some bite marks in a cocoon that inside of the broken parts of the cocoon, you see a little bit of goblin mass on the other side.
Forgot about the fucking note.
Cool. Okay, where's this thing we have to go blow up?
Yeah, I think somewhere down this hallway we saw like a bunch of cool crystals. I'll kind of start leading the way.
You just want to go
Pretty
pick up
sh-
crystals.
I look. I mean, that was the original plan, but you seem really traumatized by goblins, so maybe not anymore.
Yeah,
Can you move your
no
token
goblins.
to Kiro
Ooh, I can go around.
and Zenora?
Yep.
Pretty
I have
sure
to
it
like
was
jump over
through
this
there.
this lava. Is there something special?
Nope, you jump over the lava.
Cool.
It's only not even a 5 foot. You could probably step over it, even at your size, at some of the smaller points.
So I'm pretty sure it's through this crystal wall thing.
We're here.
Yeah. If you put your face right up to it, you could kind of see through.
So do we climb over it? How do we?
There
Where
is
we got to
currently, as
before kidnapping that lady.
you guys walk down this hallway of hewn stone, closer to this what looks like crystal formation around a secondary corner. After walking out of the really nice chamber, you're standing in front of it and looking, and there's just this fractal pattern of light from the lava, or actually magma, because you're not outside of a volcano or outside of Earth. Actually, it's magma that is shining against it and just refracting through it currently. And it is a clear crystal.
So if this is as far as you got, does that mean we don't know what's further down?
I mean,
Okay.
it didn't look like there was anything further down when I went down there. Just kind of stops. Like
Is
about
this?
here, it's just darkness.
Yeah. The lava or magma. I keep saying lava. The magma does seem to stop right about where you're at, Rarl.
Yeah.
And
I look for hidden doors.
the rest of the there does seem to be more of the chamber that's farther on from there. I think you have dark vision, right? 120.
Yes, I am the dark vision character.
Here we go. It's just the token
With
that
the
doesn't have it.
devil's sight.
There we go. Now you should be able to see down farther down that chamber.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. Look at that.
Anyone else have dark vision?
I do.
Because fucking halflings don't have dark vision.
I was gonna say, what's
No.
your dark vision there?
60.
60. All right.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
just
have dark
sneaking
vision,
forward
but I
real
have
quiet.
magic.
Oh.
View of what?
Magic. I know I
Must be
have.
nice. I don't have that either.
So you should have a torch and flint and tinder.
There's a fork up here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rural.
maybe it's I have light. I don't know if it's a good idea to cast light right now, but I do have light.
Yeah, I come back up and tell you that there's a fork in the path down this way.
Rural comes out of the darkness like, it's fine.
Hey, it's not a fork. It goes both ways, but there is a fork later. I poke my head out from one side, and then the other side, and then the one side, then the other side, one side, other side, and then I scare you by coming out, appearing at the top.
I was under the impression that we knew where the place was that we had to throw the jar of boom. So
At the
do we
other
not
side
know?
of that crystal wall, I'm pretty sure.
We're pretty sure. All right. Okay.
Double thumbs up.
Should we try to attack the crystal wall? Anybody tried hitting it really hard?
Not
I'll hit
really.
it really hard.
Yeah, maybe we should try hitting it really hard first.
What
Yeah,
happened? Wait, no, that was a different game.
Can I hit it really hard?
Can
Yeah.
you?
Yes, please proceed.
Are you all?
No. No.
I'm gonna be a ways back.
6. I,
So we're gonna.
Are you guys in the position currently that you would be while it is being hit?
Yep.
Sacrificial lamb, I guess. Anyways, go ahead and roll me a.
Level 1.
I know. I know.
Boom!
I believe it's a dexterity saving throw. I'm just trying to find it again here. I had it up even. I brought it up before this.
Just for hitting a wall? The streets are tough down here.
yeah.
Worse than hitting a mirror.
But then I'd just be hitting myself. What good is that?
You would think that. You would think that before hitting a mirror, wouldn't
Oh.
you?
Wait, I'm an idiot. Did nobody pick up the portal plate from the office?
No.
Nope.
Fuck. All right,
Yeah,
well,
we should do that.
guess I'll have to do that after we figure out what happened to Kiro.
So what was that roll there?
That was a solid 6.
Yeah.
I don't
You
think I heard it.
strike the crystal and a pit opens up under you, and you fall straight down without any resistance. At least 50 feet and into this hole for I think I rolled one too many times.
Oh no. That's a lot.
Yeah, I think I rolled one too many times.
That's dangerous numbers.
8 11? Yeah, 11 damage. Into a hole.
Shit. That's
Unless
like
you
the
have
last
some
thing
way to
y'all.
save yourself.
I'm going to attempt to grapple the brute force grapple the side and try to stop my fall. So I guess athletics.
That was the dexterity saving throw that I had you roll before.
Oh
which
no!
was,
Oh no! The 6 was for hitting it. I didn't do the dex save. I was supposed to do a dex save.
Yeah, dex save.
Oh, okay, dex save. Please don't curse me. Hell yeah, 17.
You grab the edge of the pit, just to be as it's appearing under you,
Whew.
and are able to pull yourself up to stand on the edge of it.
He kind of composes himself, looks over at Mei Mei. Don't punch it.
Okay, distance attack then. Mime's gonna. I mean, not that I can do. Yeah, so you're safe. We can walk around it. This is still viable.
I think so. If we
You can-
continue forward or down here, if you want me to go check.
You can hug the
Oh,
wall
I'm gonna go back.
around the pit. Yeah.
I'm gonna go back and get the plate. Whoever it is.
Right.
Here.
Hero's gonna follow Mei Mei
Yeah.
just to watch her back.
Oh. Okay. So, oh yeah, there it is. I'm gonna pick up this goddamn spinning plate and put it in my bag.
You grab the edge of it. It stops it spinning, and you put it in your bag.
Hup, 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 hup. Okay. Now I'm gonna run back. nod to Kira as I pass him. All right. I'm going to ask Rarl if he sees any creatures in this area.
Not
Perception.
currently, but I will also look for traps as I go.
I'm gonna
Do you have
cast
any
light.
skill associated with that? Just to
Traps.
check.
I have thieves' tools.
Nope. Okay, that would be one of them.
I
I think
just
that
wanna-
gets you the
Why is this being weird?
advantage, if I am incorrect.
Sure. Is that's perception or investigation?
It's perception.
Okay.
Based.
And I will be climbing on the walls for this per usual. Natural 20.
From where you're at currently, standing physically.
I mean, yeah, I'm doing that, and like as I'm moving forward. But as you, however many rolls you want me to make. Yeah.
No, I was just trying to visualize what you're saying. You're climbing on the walls from where you're at visually. Which
Yeah. So like this
is
wall.
right, which is right at the split that Kiro was noting before, which does kind of come around a column of earth, as you were noting, and then remerge back into a piece of corridor, and then split off to the right or northwest, and then the southwest. And while you're crawling along the wall with a natural 23, you realize at that juncture where you were just standing, they could hear you, but they have not done anything. There's these lumps on the ceiling that do occasionally move back and forth in these shadowy images that they are.
Like here
Like here.
or where? Okay.
To here. Right about in that intersection you were looking at.
All right. I'll take note of that and quickly scamper back. Hey, so there are some sort of lumpish creatures on the ceiling in the intersection up there. They did not see me, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Thumbs up.
Okay.
Kira,
Wait.
Kira, Kira's all about coming down with you.
I don't
got
know what they
this.
might be. Oh, you got this? Okay.
I got
guys-
this. I can't see where I'm going. You're gonna have to like hold my hand and like lead me until we're close, and then tell me
You-
when we're close.
Okay. I'm pretty
I can't
sure.
see anything.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I will hold your hand and I will lead you on the way.
So here.
Here, hold my tail. Hold my
I too
tail.
cannot see anything.
Hold my tail, guys.
I will
Make it
I will go
train.
back for Sonora.
Thank you. Honestly, you could probably just pick me up and carry me. I'm very small and light.
That is
I'll pick you up.
interesting.
I pick you up. I will pick you up then.
I give consent to this. This is okay for me.
And we start traveling down.
And we're walking.
I will say I will move your guys' tokens as
Thank
necessary.
you.
You were literally in darkness currently. You
Yeah,
can't tell
Deadass
anything.
cannot see.
Yep.
I would give them like 0.1 visibility just to see like what's immediately next to them. But I will
that's
lead
okay.
them here. I will kind of like position her head in the right direction and indicate about, like anywhere from like 10 feet to like 10, 20, 30 feet away, this intersection here. They seem to be on the ceiling. I don't know anything else about them. I could like look at them harder if you want me to, but
No, we might need to get a little bit closer, like maybe 5 feet closer.
okay. There you go.
Okay.
I'm gonna back up. You got
I'm
this.
going to throw out this disco ball and at the same time cast light
Oh,
onto it,
okay.
so that we illuminate the chamber,
How far does
and
that?
auto irresistible dance spell is cast.
How far is that
With
light?
it. Huh?
How far?
Oh,
is
the
it?
light goes for 40 feet. So it's 20 feet in radius, and then like real bright, and then it's dim for another 20. So it's essentially 40.
Okay.
But I just want to illuminate as much as I can by shining the light on the disc. So I'm lighting up the disco ball, which also
Disco fever. Disco fever.
yeah. It doesn't incapacitate. Well, it depends on their saving throws, but
Yeah. So, what was that saving throw they need to make?
17.
Of
Oh, save DC 17.
What kind of save?
It would probably be a
I don't know.
charisma.
Yeah.
It's Otto's irresistible dance, so it'd be charisma.
I'm looking it up.
Yeah, they did not make that.
Target begins upon
You see as the light that you cast in a sphere, right? Populates. I did make this. I forgot it. Dexterity saving throws and attack rolls. Disadvantage. Yeah, they have the charmed, immune. Choose one. What is this creature that you see within range? Begins a comic dance. Yeah. Period. There is no save.
That's a
for that.
wisdom save.
That would make more sense. They're not very good in that either. Yeah, it was even worse. They still continue to come down from the ceiling and then kind of fly around themselves, is what you see, and kind of dance in the air. I'm sure why my roll 20 is deciding to be silly, but I'll populate them slightly after this, and then they are kind of intermingling between themselves, and just the undulating light of your light reflecting off of this disco ball is they're almost communicating with it. It seems like they're like floating around those spots where the light is reflecting off of it, and then flying around themselves and each other, and there's these leathery wings as well as their leathery bodies with no fur amongst them, and these pointy noses that they you can imagine being almost needle-like to your own skin, that they're showing off to one another and their lengths, and yeah. So that's what's happening currently in front of you, guys.
Hmm.
I don't know why my roll 20 is being silly.
All right.
Ron starts to
well,
head
it is-
bobbing. Nice.
Here,
So I will say it is 950. I don't know if we want to engage in battle now or if we want to wait.
You currently do not see this as a battle. There is nothing in.
Oh, that's good.
They are currently enjoying themselves and ignoring all of your presences, even if anyone would get closer.
Hero, just for his peace of mind, he's going to pull out his large Nadachi just in case they decide to find out. Because there are, yeah.
All right. I guess should I scout ahead in both directions a little bit?
Sure.
Quietly.
Oh.
Da, 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 da. Do the hustle. I look around the corner.
You see
Keep
some more
going.
darkness besides what you had noticed from before, which only is catching on now. Some ashen piles on the ground, as well as just more darkness. Maybe some web.
That sounds about right. So there's webs that way, and I'm still on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go peek down this way, see
And
what's
down that.
going on.
Go ahead and roll me a perception just real quick for my.
Sure. $11.
You can still note, especially on the wall, that you, as you are, the evident back and forth of Drider from this location along the wall. And there's little streaks of their talons on the ends of their claws, as well as you can tell that not much traffic has actually happened on the ground, and those that have are booted feet.
Booted.
Yeah, you got them.
Little baby boots.
No, they're like full boots.
Full boots. Okay. All right. So it looks like the right tunnel here is being more frequently used.
Correct.
All right. I poke my head around the corner. It looks like the right tunnel is being more frequently used. I'm gonna keep
Go left.
going. Wait, no, left, right. Well, no. If we want to find like where they are coming from, right? We probably want to go down the main one. I could check out the other one real quick too, and just go a little bit further. I'll do that.
Do that.
Okay, I'll be right back. And the walls, they get to bias us very carefully. Look around.
While he's doing that, can I make a knowledge nature about the creatures that are flying above us?
Sure.
I have no idea.
Why would you get?
1.
You're like, I think they're bad.
I can cut 'em.
Crazy.
Um,
Has our scout returned?
Rarl.
What
I was looking to see what's in
news
this
for
room.
you?
Oh, okay. In that room is a lot more of that ashen material that's at that intersection that you were at. It looks very much like
Is it shit?
no, it looks very much like
Very old shit.
He's found the guano.
it
Very
looks,
valuable.
it looks like guano. Yep, looks like guano.
Looks
I'm
like guano.
Yep.
I'm convincing Rawl that that is an investment for later.
It probably is. Yeah, that's a great point. I'll make note of it. Business opportunity. Guano from Driders. Okay, keep going. Man, this place is a gold mine.
You round another corner and see a lot more webbing, and it looks like old webbing though, some of which has been broken. And there is scrolling where you were at. Yep, some of which has been broken through. It's unclear of At your level, there isn't any, but it's above. It almost looks like something bigger has walked through here currently.
This place is so cool. Keep going, avoiding the webs.
And as you keep going, you find
Very
more
carefully,
and more,
very sneaky.
more web. That gets thicker and thicker, although there is still distinguishably a small bit of webbing that is broken, and you round a corner, and in the dark there is a that is not the right size, and there we go. Seems to be breaking the webbing at about your out ear level, at least. Nothing up at the ceiling or anything like that. It is a chicken that's
A chicken?
Mhm.
I narrow my eyes at the chicken. I hate the birds.
It doesn't seem to have
Hmm.
any
Are you
sense.
hungry, Ross? Are you hungry?
It seems
You
very
see,
confused at your existence currently.
Wait, Rarl, what about Cat?
Yeah, I was gonna
don't
say.
tell Cat. My
Okay.
eyes light up with power.
Alright.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Why
I look around again. That would be very loud. I wait until it gets closer and then I try to grab it.
Oh my god.
Would that be a grapple? I believe, yeah.
I think so.
Contested grapple? Yeah.
It would have to be with advantage, right? Like,
Can
what's
it
the
see
ratios?
him? Can it see him? Because if it can see him, it wouldn't
It
be.
cannot. It cannot. It would be a disadvantage.
Oh,
And
oh
I'm
yeah,
on the wall.
disadvantage.
For
Chickens
an
are wild.
advantage for Raro.
27.
Oh,
God damn.
Got him.
Christ.
Now we get eggs.
Dexterity.
I can start a chicken factory.
There's no way.
So many
Yeah,
business
a 4.
opportunities.
It
It never stops.
it walks right into your hands.
Oh, okay. I pick it up. I kind of pet it a little bit. Maybe you're not so bad. I shall name you Charles. And I put him in my pocket. Or my backpack or whatever I have a sling.
In
like
my
a little baby
pocket.
sling.
Pocket chicken.
Charles the chicken.
It settles down and kind of starts like fussing with what's under it, but at the same time, it nestles right into that spot where you put it.
Good chicken. Maybe someone else knows how to
Yeah.
talk to chickens. I give one more look of the room to see if there might be any indication that there might be something of worth here before heading back to the others.
It seems to be old webbing all around.
Okay. All right, come on, Charles. We've got a goblin army to destroy. And I return triumphantly to the others. And you see that I'm holding a chicken.
Did you
Weren't
find
you scouting?
Cat?
No, it's not cat. It's just, I think it's a regular chicken. It
Oh.
somehow got down here and it was breaking through a bunch of the webbing and stuff. Wait, hold on. You said the webbing was broken on the wall, right?
There was more webbing that was broken than just what the chicken could have done. You realize as you're thinking back to yourself, because some of it was broken on the wall and on the ceiling. Yes, but
So there's
a large
broken webbing.
a large amount of it was broken on the floor where the chicken was kind of just roaming around.
So down there is a bunch of old webs, and some of it's broken on the ceiling and the floor. And this chicken was back there, but I got into a larger room that was also covered in webs, and it didn't seem like it really had anything going on for it.
Chicken's prospects were low.
Yeah, it seemed pretty boring, and I would get covered in webs, and my siblings would hate to have to clean that off of me.
Mm.
All right.
So this one
So we're not
over
going
here
that way.
seems like it's like well traveled and used. There's boot prints and stuff. But who knows what's down the path less traveled, Maybe like it's wild
We may.
prizes or like a secret
Something.
entrance or like a spider nest or like a sword and a stone or like a BLT or a cake.
What does me?
Sometimes there's cake.
What does Mime say?
Mime is just gonna look distastefully at the path that's left. That is the well trodden one. Just like we have to go down that now. For us.
I mean, we can go down the other one. I'm just letting you know
you
what I
just
see.
did. That's not the way forward, right? That was like a dead end.
I mean, I didn't go all the way in. I just looked to see like if it was being used or anything.
And
like you can go down there a ways and it opens up into a room, but the room is full of like very dense old spider webs, so like it's clear it's not being used for anything. But like it could also be like a secret entry into the back. I don't know, but I could keep pushing if you wish.
He's gonna clap and be like, "Rara, we're looking for the path to stop the goblins."
Yeah, that's probably this one that's being used a lot.
Okay.
But if you want to go on a side quest, like no problem. I'm here for it.
Found a chicken. It's great, guys.
Mime is so done with our shit.
Sorry, Captain. Yes, we should go down the obviously well-used one because that is probably the one that goes to the place we need to go. Captain.
Gross.
I
Next
salute you.
time on Rum Rollers.
Yeah.
Will they ever get anything done? The answer, no.
Hey,
Or maybe find
you
out
guys,
We
next
found a
time.
chicken.
you guys
Find
fed
a
a Balkan, found a chicken.
a new market
kept our monster
for Rawson. New market.
Yep.
Poop.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
wanna.
I mean, I am a warlock. So I'm a hexblade warlock, but I think I'm saying that my patron is capitalism.
That checks out.
I originally thought it was just going to be the table that I got from the start, but capitalism just feels so much better.
It seems more appropriate for Rarlson.
Yeah.
Maybe create a god of capitalism. Great.
Have
The
fun.
Monopoly Man.
Fact, it is.
I didn't think about that. That's pretty funny. I'll have to. It could look like that, but we'll see what it
Monopoly
is.
canonical. It's actually in here. Now.
It's the worst game. My family played it as children, and everyone just gets angry. Who knew the housing market was so stressful?
Everyone knows that. I
Everyone.
don't know why we haven't fixed it.
Anyone in their 30s knows that
Yeah.
intensely.
Yeah, I do.
Yes,
It's
very
true.
much.
Never gonna happen.
Shit.
And on that
Well,
note,
Great session, y'all. I
Now
hope
that we're all depressed.
I hope you enjoyed
Yeah,
the
The fuckery, the absolute fucking tomfoolery and fuckery.
this is
of this.
about how much gets done each time.
This is
I-
genuinely
I-
so accurate.
There's
I
always a
absolutely loved
15-minute start of just conversating. What did we do last time? Why are we doing these things? Who did this again? All right, now let's go.
It's kind of what happens when you have 2 weeks in between each session.
Mhm, yeah.
And then some people like me who don't come to every single one, but I make it to most, but they're the few. And it always seems to be the really fucking pinnacle ones where shit goes down.
Yeah. It's because no one's there. It's normally like me and other chaos characters that are like remaining, and we're just like, fuck it, we're just gonna go.
Yeah. It's like most of the time, not a lot gets done because we're bogged down with logicking our way out of everything. When it's just like chaos crew moments, like when Zenora and Raul were left alone, like we just went and we captured a fucking Drider. Like we went on this whole ass mission, fought this whole ass bitch, and kidnapped her and brought her back. It was just the two of us.
Overall, it's
Uh,
beautiful. That's my summation of it all.
And now we're just discussing it for like 2 weeks. What happened? No, I think it's perfect. It's so chaos.
I love this so much. This is great.
Great,
Welcome.
Good.
If you join the other
Are you
chaos
joining the
crew-
evil one?
Oh God. I mean, that sounds like fun. I might actually come and hang out with that.
I highly recommend it. We are genuinely super chaotic in that one. Like this is just like the mild chaos of normal stuff. That one is genuine
Mild
chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is mild chaos.
This
not
was
the
mild
other one.
chaos. If you want to taste of true chaos, join the evil one.
Oh, shit.
There's no
I had
moral
to-
boundaries.
There's zero moral boundaries. I read the thoughts of the head dude of the last level of hell that we were on, and he wanted to teach Franklin, who's like what, 12, 13?
He's like 13.
Yeah,
13, 14,
he's
right
like
around
13.
there.
He wanted to teach him about BDSM.
I mean, it
Yeah.
fits. It fits. It fits.
We live
Even
in
hell.
we live in a rock dildo in that game that has a skeleton monster in it.
Still don't
And
know
the
the story
corpse
of that
of an
skeleton
ally,
monster. I was never told the story of that. I just accepted it.
I wasn't around for it. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
So the skeleton monster is one of the levels of hell that we like teleported into after the three like witch sisters siblings.
Yeah.
We teleported
I remember
into another room that had these roots that looked like skulls, and there were like bones on top of them. And I'm the one who teleported in, and I saw them. And what they did was the little root thing turns bones or a body into a zombie or a skeleton. So, but it did it at a slow enough rate where Franklin just started taking them and putting them into a cage. And now we just have a conglomeration skeleton monster because he and somebody else spent like the entire session just farming them. With the intention that if we ever need like a big like shock and awe thing, we just let it out. Wherever we just it's
Yeah,
a one time like shit hits the fan.
It's a wild card. It's the trump card.
Yeah.
Yeah. Matt's characters like to hoard things. And
Yes, they do. Oh my
the
god.
Doomsday
Oh my
Prepper.
god. If you meet Franklin, you will like completely understand every single gripe ever about his characters. Franklin
keeps his hordes on his person. Right? He has like this
Franklin is
insect army on his person.
it's oh my god.
He is Franklin the Turtle from the children's books.
Oh God.
But
He's
he
a
is
turtle.
evil.
Yeah, so actually his
Yeah,
his
so he's actually a
Discord,
turtle.
like image.
Oh.
He has a swarm that lives in his shell. He collects corpses and samples of everyone's blood and hair.
Not anymore. You lost that.
I lost that. I need to get more.
I got pickpocketed.
But to be fair, he does all of this for the good of the party.
We don't know. We just found out about the fact that he had samples of our hair and blood, but now it got pickpocketed off of him. And we only found that out because it got pickpocketed off of him. And he was like, "Wait,
No,
where did this go?"
No, when Mame threw the axe at the mirror and almost killed everyone,
Yeah.
I didn't have blood from her, and I walked up to her and I took some and I said, "I'm keeping this in case you die." Franklin's a preparer.
No other
he's-
explanation. Nothing else. That's it.
It's a doomsday prepper.
Yeah,
That's
he's a
exactly what
doomsday
Franklin is.
prepper. Yeah, for the doomsday
the
he's
Rosas
trying
aren't
to
so much a-
create.
Yeah.
He's
The
Voltan.
the Rosas aren't so much a doomsday prepper as a hoarder. They just hoard.
That's what happened when you have 4 cats.
The world is theirs.
It's his capital.
Yeah.
It's his capitalism speaking to him.
Right?
Yeah.
I deserve all of this.
You deserve all the things, Ross. All the things.
I was promised if I went to college for 4 years, I could live a decent wage. I'm
Yeah.
gonna live that way. Business owner.
All right. Well, I'm out. This has been fun. Very
Lovely.
good.
Lovely
to
session,
meet
y'all.
you. Brian?
Oh yeah, it was real good to meet you.
Matt.
Rick.
Rick.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Rick.
I was way off.
Yeah.
Man. Rick. Okay. My bad. I'm really bad with names. This will get better, I promise.
Oh yeah, it was real great to meet you.
Right. Good night.
Good night.
I too shall be hopping off.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.